Gary Johnson. What criteria should for the
Sorry.
Are you the FBI? Are you national security?
His wedding. When she was sitting front row at his wedding, so now they're enemies.
How is it?
I heard that.
Where are we going?
Where are we?
We don't know Hillary. You have to lead us.
So who are you? Oh, Hillary. You're supporting Hillary?
Hillary Clinton.
Oh, and is she so hairy, really?
Yeah.
She is.
Really? that's curious. Okay.
Yeah,
yes,
you
honey.
look good too.
I know.
Do you
I
want to
know.
be my next lover?
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, give me
So
a
smother.
Don't be shy.
kiss on my cheek.
Smother you.
Oh, oh yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you strong man.
So is she the one they're gonna vote for?
Yeah, I got your vote.
Yes, you did, honey.
Did I get what?
Let him get in there.
Let me get in
Wherever
there.
he's trying to get into, let him get
No.
Yeah. It's natural. It's love.
No, I know.
It's
love eternal.
love is in the air.
So again, are you supporting the woman? What's here?
You're killing Christmas. This is Hillary. And this is
This is fart
with your heart.
Well, that's very appropriate when
Is
it
it?
comes to Hillary. I know.
Why? Because she farts a lot?
No, that's what Hillary supporters do, I guess.
Oh, they farting.
I mean, they might just as well.
It's all the grass. It's all the corn-fed.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Sure.
And
Yeah, Hillary.
one more kiss.
One more
for-
kiss. Mwah. 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 Hillary.
Like fucking.
I know.
See ya.
Oh, I just got out.
Socialism. This guy looks very familiar.
What's that?
This guy looks very familiar.
Oh yeah, when I sit around.
So you guys,
We're from
against-
Party of Socialism and Liberation. Gloria Lariva is the presidential candidate. Yeah.
so is she running also?
Yes.
Really?
She is running. Yeah. She's
Oh,
running
so we
battle
have
in New
more
York.
than 4 candidates?
Well, yeah.
I'm
you should
familiar
have a
with
lot
4.
of them. Okay.
So
you
what's-
never heard of Gloria Lariva, I guess?
No, I know a lot about Che Guevara and socialism, but this particular candidate
We
never
are
heard of.
a socialist party.
But what exactly is she proposing, if you don't mind asking?
We're out here building the party. She's proposing a lot, just food and housing for all people, and model of socialism.
But how are we going to achieve that, food and housing for everybody?
Well, there's plenty of wealth in the country that we can achieve that.
But how have we generated this wealth in the first place?
Through labor.
Labor meaning...
People, the working class has generated the wealth in this country.
It's what we pretty much all already do. We already generate wealth. It just goes to not back to the people.
Yeah, but
So if we redistribute the wealth back to the people, then we would have the resource that we need.
Okay, but let's say, playing devil's advocate, just thinking kind of logically, if you have the wealth, if it's like you have a pie, then you cut the pie and give everybody the equal share.
That's kind of a misanalogy of socialism. Well,
But how?
we're saying workers create the wealth; they should have the right to that wealth.
But then you say redistribute. So once you're done with the redistribution, what's going to happen
There's no
to the wealth?
We want a society in which that wealth doesn't need to be redistributed. It should be distributed fairly in the first place. So the workers that create that wealth should be getting it in the first place. It doesn't have to go to the rich. They're able to get it back for themselves.
So in other words, you're going to take the riches from the rich.
That's not. See, you're purposely trying to misconstrue my words.
I'm
and
trying to-
I
I'm
know what
honestly
you're
trying
doing.
to-
You're videotaping me right now. You're one of
Yes.
the right-wing reactionaries that likes to go around, make special edits of people.
No. I'll give.
You just said the opposite of the thing of what I just
No,
said
I'll
to you.
give him my card, and you'll see where this. I mean, if you don't mind, it's going to be
Yeah.
posted. See, what really bothers me, it's not so much what you would call right-wing reactionary,
Okay.
but the fact that I actually came from the country where wealth was being redistributed, and the acronym for this country is USSR, and one of the S's stands for I came from USSR, and I was about to say I didn't come from USSR when I was 2 years old or 5 years old. I only knew about it from the books like you guys or the stories like my parents. I was born and raised there, and I left it when I was 29 years old. By 29 years old, I went through school, I went through college, I went through work, I went through the horrors of being summoned to KGB headquarters. So I know what socialism is all about from first-hand experience. So when I see Che Guevara and socialism, I'm kind of, it ticks me off, to be honest with you. I'm sure it would.
What you were able to go to
America.
school and college and all
Well,
of that, but
I-
socialism ticks you off?
Yes, it does, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Let's say I wanted to go to a particular college, okay? They said, no, you can't go there. And we talk about discrimination in this country. You're black, I was Jewish.
Okay.
So the Jewish discrimination in USSR was gazillion times as bad as perceived discrimination of blacks in this country. Because gazillion
We
times.
disagree.
Gazillion times. Here's why. Well, look,
But I mean,
Gazillion times
gazillion
as bad.
as bad.
All right.
Correct.
But you're not
But
black.
here's-
You didn't grow up in the U.S. though to say that.
I'm sorry?
I said, but you're not black, and you also didn't grow up in the U.S. to make a statement like that. That's factual. How would you know that your oppression was a zillion
It's
times?
very
or
simple. I'll
zillion
tell you why.
times?
How many days have you spent as a person of color in the United States? How many?
Well, how many? I spent 29 years in USSR as a Jew. I spent 29 years behind the Iron Curtain, where a demonstration like that can't possibly happen. Possibly. A demonstration like that can't possibly happen. So when we talk about
Demonstration like what?
well, like you're spreading out papers, you know what happens to me if I did even remotely close to that?
You know what happens in our neighborhoods when we try to protest in our neighborhoods? Because I can tell you,
You're,
people get beat.
look.
People
I
get
see
sprayed in the
I see you standing right here.
Yeah.
Standing right here.
This is not my neighborhood.
It doesn't matter. Surrounded by cops.
Okay.
If you were in the same situation in the USSR, giving away, let's say, I don't know, pro-American literature.
What you're talking about is state-sponsored.
The same police that let me finish. That are protecting you now
Are you listening?
would
No,
have
because
jumped.
You're talking a lot, but you're not listening very much.
Okay, I'm
And I
listening
just
now.
also want to interject. I have
Sure.
Slovak and Russian heritage.
Okay.
I have friends still in Russia.
Okay.
The USSR doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
I know people that have moved there fairly recently, and you don't get to
Yes.
come here play the card, oh, I'm from the USSR, and we're more educated than maybe most people you think of. And also,
I'm just sharing my experiences.
Well, but you shared your experiences, but then you devalued others. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't speak, you can't say what matters and what doesn't, or what's worse and what's not, when you're not a person of color and you get
But it doesn't
more race
matter.
in the U.S. But
Color
you saying it doesn't matter
or
doesn't mean it
religion?
doesn't, though.
Well-
you don't have a valid standpoint, is what I'm saying.
What
It's
I'm
not for you
saying.
to say.
You can't say that your
It's not for you
oppression
to say.
was greater than
Okay.
any
Look.
black oppression. You can't say
Look,
that because
look.
you don't know what it is to be black.
You are talking
Just like
about.
I can't say that.
You talk about socialism. I'm talking about
But
socialism
you talked about race.
as a
You
system.
said it was
Speaking
harder to be
speaking of race,
Soviet Union
And
than it
that's
was
not
to
for
be
you.
black
do
here
you
ever.
do,
Because you are not.
do you know what the Russians do to blacks? Do you know that the
What I
Soviet
did hear is
Union,
that you
Russia
weren't
is
allowed
the
to go to
most
college that
racist?
You wanted to, but you didn't acknowledge the fact that you were able to go to
I will
school and you were able
acknowledge.
to go to
I
college.
will
You
acknowledge
didn't starve,
the
and
fact
you did get a good education.
that
in
that's the
USSR.
system that murdered
And that's awesome. You just want
50
the same here.
50 million of its own citizens. I mean, think about the number. 50 million of its own citizens for no reason whatsoever.
What was that?
In USSR,
yeah,
that's the system that murdered 50 million of its own citizens.
that is a lie.
No.
The USSR did
No.
So how many-
murder.
how
People
many-
died in famine
No.
in the Soviet Union.
No.
So how many
No.
people do you think died of famine or other causes in
Many
USSR?
millions of people died.
Many
in
millions.
famine.
And how
But
many?
That was not a man-made occurrence.
Okay, how many millions or
In
hundreds?
fact, after Stalin's leap forward. The USSR
Leap
did
forward.
not experience. They did
Leap
not
forward,
experience famine after.
Really?
The area had famines all before in history, but after that,
Does the word Holodomor ring the bell to you? I
Yeah.
mean, you said you're from the
that's
heritage.
actually a myth made up by the Nazis.
Well, how about if I know personally people? Obviously, the original people who survived Holodomor are dead, but I know the daughter who heard the stories of her mother about Holodomor and the horrors of what is going on. A famine.
Yeah.
Famine, which was generated by this system. That's.
I mean, it was generated by the system.
Well, that's the direct. Okay, how about you're talking about the later days? Let's say the days after Stalin. I mean, I lived under Brezhnev most of my life, obviously.
Because you're
Adult life.
Because the USSR was under constant economic warfare from the Western civilization.
Yeah.
But
that has something-
how could it be? I mean, USSR
All right.
was
All right.
selling gold
Take care.
and
You've
oil
already
and
repeated
gas.
too many lies to me. I'm not gonna
Lies.
continue to,
Oh, that's fine. Well, good luck with socialism.
all right.
Good luck with capitalism.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm glad you got your
probably
education
one of
before
the
you came
few that
here.
have benefited
That
from
free
it.
college sounds really nice.
Well, it wasn't
Wish
free
I
actually.
would've-
It wasn't
We've been
free.
able to get it, but it was for everyone.
I
and
was-
they didn't discriminate.
I was paid 100 rubles a month.
Okay,
What can I
sounds
get for
good.
100 rubles? Everything else was stolen. Money was totally worthless in USSR.
I'm not gonna worry about this.
Yeah.
Take a picture with socialism works. That's really interesting. Yeah, I'll give you a card.
So what do you got, a YouTube channel?
Yeah, sure. Give me the card. Sure. Here it is. Vladimir Jaffe.
Very nice. And you do imports as well?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll see you around.
Okay, see ya.